I'm having a look at this HIYA Toys 1/18 scale figure. This is from the Alien vs. Predator line, and it's active camouflage Chopper. And Chopper is primarily known for having these huge wrist blades that come off of his both of his wrists. And he has these like little short pike poles with human skulls on them that he wears on his back. So he's kind of unique for that. On this side of the box, you got your Xenomorph there. Other side, you got the Predator helmet. And on the back, you've got the short little bio thing up here that's mostly like the company bio about for HIYA Toys. And then you got a couple little pictures here on the back. Like most of these HIYA Toys, they come with these nice thick stock cardboard insert that you can use as a backdrop for like a little setup like a diorama. And it's pretty cool. It's inside the temple in the floor grate here with the serpent head on it down here. It's like a Xenomorph, and on the back is the Predator standing in the door. Pretty cool. Just a little insert, but it's nice thick cardboard. Pretty cool. I really like it. And then here's the Predator right inside still in his plastic prison. Shows you pretty much everything he comes with. He's got his throwing shuriken, 2 extra hands, his base with the 2 little clips that you can hook on front or back, any side. They plug into you, so you can plug multiple bases into that, which is pretty nice. And then he's got the 2 short little pike things that he puts on his back with a couple of human skulls. Here's this alternate set of hands that plug in. Tiny wrist pegs that plug in. These are pretty small, as you can tell. So that's cool. He's got his little base here, standard little base. It's kind of dry brush with silver with black. Looks good. And he's got a little foot peg on here where you can attach it so you can make him stand on there. And it comes with the 2 black little pegs that you can attach from any angle that you want. You can plug multiple bases in together, have them standing together. Kind of makes like a nice little diorama scene. So that's pretty cool. And then you've got his throwing shuriken here, which is cool. It's just this small little throwing shuriken, but it looks good. These are sure sharp too. This is kind of like hard plastic. But anyway, he can hold this. It's pretty nice. He's, his hands are made so they can hold this. So it's pretty cool. I really like. It's one of my favorite little weapons. It's pretty deadly. And then lastly, he just comes with these 2 little pike things. They're the human heads on pikes that he usually puts on his back. And it's got some nice detail on it here. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Cool little trophy, like little pikes. He usually has them on his back like that. So that's nice. It's kind of slim pickings on accessories on this guy, but that's okay. Chopper right out of the box, and he's a pretty nice figure. He's got some long dreads on him. They're like soft plastic, pliable, and like I said, it's active camouflage version. So it's the blue means it's camouflage, and then the whitish parts are kind of like the electrical effect where it's crackling and like showing through a little bit, so you can tell like it's active. But he's got these big old honking blades. Yeah, 1 on that side, and 2, I believe, on this side. Yeah, 3. No, I'm sorry. 2 on top and 1 on the bottom. Yeah, pretty trippy. I think he's pretty much the only one in this line that looks just like that. But it's a nice sculpt. It's got the basic same articulation, pretty much the same features as most all of them. It does have a little bit of articulation in the head here. Can look down just a tiny bit, up not that much, side to side like so. But the dreads do kind of get out of the way, and he does have bicep swivel. No butterfly joints, but you can get the arms pretty much all the way up pretty high, like so. And there is a rotation at the single jointed elbows right here, so you can turn the gauntlets, all the way around if you want. And then the hands do basically turn sideways. I would say, not so much in and out. They're not really on a ball peg, but they just mostly rotate side to side, I would say. So like that. And you can't adjust these blades in and out because they're in fixed positions, but it's still pretty nice. But on the detail up here, he's got his like little computer screen up there that's nice. It flips open. Can turn himself into a Predator bomb. Yeah. And this one has a little more detail on this gauntlet up here. Pretty nice. He has no plasma caster. It's got a rail for it up here, but he doesn't come with a plasma caster. A little bit different, but he does have his med pack on the back. So you can see that, and it's kind of half decloaked, half cloaked and half decloaked. And he's got his basic outfit, And it shows through in a couple places, like the camouflage is kind of like not working on certain parts where it shows through to his undersuit. Yeah, like that. He's got double jointed knees. And the one thing I kind of don't like about this though is how they didn't really like, I don't know, they didn't paint, or they didn't really do this in translucent plastic, I would say. So it's kind of ugly when you pull his joints out like I just really can see them. And you can see the same thing a little bit in his elbows, but it's not as much noticeable up there. But on his knees, it really shows when you bend him. But I mean, whatever, it's still nice. And he's got his little knife down here. You know, the knife comes out, it's, you know, it pulls out of its little sheath. It's a nice little knife. And he does have his like little necklace up here, his trophy necklace around his neck. Yeah, you have to kind of turn that to get it into position to make it look right. It's kind of stuffed up there right now. But it's a nice looking figure. Foot, as far as foot articulation, these guys really don't have any version of rocker. They do go up and down just a little bit. Not really. They're kind of, I would say it's more, this one is particularly more fixed than most of them are. So it doesn't really have a lot of foot articulation. Which, I mean, it's a 1/18 scale, so this is actually a pretty small figure. But for what it has, it's pretty decent. It does have a little bit of twist at the waist. You can bend forward just a tiny bit, not much. Almost imperceptible. Back a little bit more, I want to say. Yep, so it is what it is. Has a little bit of rotation at the hips here. My copy's pretty tight. Can kick up. And when you turn his hips outwards, it turns up probably about that far. Like I said, it's double jointed. It goes back about that far. He can go out a little farther than some of them. He can go a little bit farther. Most of them don't do actually this wide. So that's a little bit better articulation. But that's basically it as far as articulation. And I mean, it's pretty nice. It's got a little holder here that's meant for like a combi stick on the side right there. And like I said, there's a rail up here for where you could attach a plasma caster, but he doesn't. With all these big hunking blades, he doesn't really use a plasma caster. It's like part of his personal code, I think, where he just wants to make it more challenging so he doesn't use some of the typical weapons, you know. So that's pretty cool. And then they have, like I said, you can put these on his back, but how you attach them, there's no, other than this little holder back here. I guess you could somehow stuff it on here. This little holder in the back here, it's made for his combi stick, really, right here. So you could probably wedge this in there and get it on his back. But then the other one, they're usually, when you see them in like the comics and stuff, they're usually crossed like this, right? With the heads facing forwards. But how you're supposed to get them on there like that, I don't know. I mean, I think it is possible somehow, but it would take quite a bit of finagling. And it'd probably be pretty delicate. I mean, if you mess with them too much, they might fall off. But, well, whatever. It's still a pretty nice figure. I like this one. He's the last one of my active camouflage ones I have. So just glad to get this guy reviewed. And he'll look good with the other guys standing up next to each other. You know, I have 3 of these type of the active camouflage figures. So that'll look pretty nice. But anyway, I guess, guys, that's about it for this figure. If you like this review, please give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Doesn't cost anything and it's free. Same thing with subscribing. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Doesn't cost you anything and it's free. And I really do appreciate it. Appreciate the channel support, guys. Thanks again. All right, well, we'll catch you on the next video. And I hope you guys take care and are well, be well, and we will see you next time around. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye for now.